Okay, everyone, hello and welcome to week 6 of the Cambridge course. We are looking at the C1 Advanced and we are talking about hobbies and free time. We can also call this spare time, leisure time. What we're going to be doing today is reviewing the contents from week 6. Remember, we have class every Friday at 11 o'clock until 12 and also 7 until 8. This is the recording of the 11 o'clock class. What we are going to do today is review phrasal verbs related. Oh, let me just let Maria enter. What we are going to do is review phrasal verbs related to Unit 2. We're going to review why phrasal verbs are useful and we're going to practice some. So, how should we use phrasal verbs in English? The power of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs can really take us from intermediate to advanced level. They help us because we can use informal language. Also, we can speak more concisely. Instead of saying something really, really long, for example, I saw my friend coincidentally when I was walking in the street. I could say, I bumped into my friend in the street. So bump into is to see someone coincidentally. Sorry, just letting Inez enter. So it helps us to speak more concisely, more reduced. What we also have is we can express more meaning. A really good phrasal verb is get across, to communicate your ideas, to transmit your ideas. Hello, Inez. So I find it hard to get my message across, meaning I find it difficult to communicate exactly what I want to say. It helps us to express more meaning in a concise way. Also, it makes us sound more like a native. English people rarely ask you, do you want to go to the cinema? They will ask you, are you up for going to the cinema? Be up for is like saying fancy, feel like, want, be eager. So be up for is the most common use for a native. A native speaker will rarely say, I like watching TV. They will use be into. I am into watching TV. Because we use these in a more flexible, informal way. Also, the more phrasal verbs we know, the more we will understand. Many times we do not understand a phrase because simply we do not know the phrasal verb. Therefore, we need to make sure we know it. What we're going to do is look at what we should be doing to improve our language skills. We're going to look at a few different phrasal verbs. They're not really very difficult. These are really a B2 C1 level. I have selected not too difficult phrasal verbs because we're going to use them to practice, okay? So, to give an example, how could I complete these questions with the correct phrasal verb in place? So, Inez, could you read question 1? Are you there? No? Okay, we'll skip to Maria. Maria, can you read question 1?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. And to complete the gap too?
Yes, just read the sentence and complete the gap.
Or okay. Do you often come across with creative activities in your free time?
Okay.
Or
To come across alone. You cannot say come across with. To come across is to seem. To come across as, an active person. To come across as intelligent. The phrasal verb here would be come up with.
Come up.
Think of.
Okay.
Do you often think of creative activities in your free time? Do you often come up with creative activities in your free time? Okay? Jorge, are you able to hear us?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Can you do number 2, please?
What do you normally get out to in your spare time?
Okay. Get out is to escape, but get out alone. You cannot use get out to. The phrase is get up to. So what do you normally get up to in your spare time? And it basically means what do you normally do in your spare time? Okay, next please. Can I hear Miguel?
Sorry, did you tell in the first one, do you often come?
Up with.
Come up.
Yeah, I mean to think of.
And you say come across as, no?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, the third one, no?
Yes.
When did you last take on? Take on
Take on a hobby would work. It's not the best answer, but yes, it would work. To take on is normally to hire, to employ, to contract something.
Ah, yes, it's
Take on a hobby
take
is
up.
a bit like saying sign up for aprenderse.
Yes.
The best
Take
one
up.
is take up. To start a new hobby, to take up a new hobby. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Maria, number 4.
What did you end up doing last weekend?
Fantastic. To end up doing is acabar haciendo algo. So it means, finally, what did you do last weekend? It is normally when you do not have a previous intention. And it's an impulsive decision. For example, I say, Jorge, what are you doing this evening? You say, I am going to stay at home and watch TV. Tomorrow, I will see you, Jorge, and I will say, what did you do last night? You say, I ended up going to a restaurant. In the end, I went to a restaurant. Okay? I did not plan to go to the restaurant, but I went to the restaurant. Jorge, number 5.
What hobbies have you gone up doing?
Gone off.
Off doing.
Now, to go off means to stop liking. You liked it, but now you do not like it. For example, when I was a teenager, I liked playing video games. It's a lie. I know. It's a lie. But I liked playing video games. Now I have gone off video games. Now I don't like them. Go off. Okay? Next one, please. Again?
Which football team do you root? Or football team do
It's
you
a way
root?
of saying to support a football team, to like a football team.
I don't know.
Okay, to root for a team is to support a team, to encourage a team. For example, I root for Albacete Balompié because I am from Albacete, but I live here. Next, Maria, what would be the next one?
Have you signed up for a new activity this year?
Good. Now sign up for, or you can say take on a new activity. And it basically means to start doing an activity, but meaning to pay to do it, apuntarse, yeah, to join it. Okay?
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, of course.
It's about previous one, route 4. In each context, any other context could be used. It's only for sports or?
No, to sign up for an educational program, to sign up anything.
No, I meant route 4.
Oh,
you can use this route 4.
No, you could root for a person, but it's normally sport. Yeah, it's normally sport.
Okay, thank you.
You can root for a person.
Sorry, did you say take on is the same that take up?
Take on means to hire, to contract, to
Ah,
employ,
yes, yes.
pay. To take up, maybe it is free. But take on, you have to pay.
Okay.
Okay? Next, please. Jorge, I think it's your turn.
When did you get up your favorite hobby?
Okay.
Get on, pardon.
Get into your favorite.
Get into.
Now, get into is to start liking. When did you start enjoying your favorite hobby? So when was it that you decided that you liked it? Okay, Miguel?
Do you often put things? Do you think put things I don't want to do? Put things. Yes. Put on?
Okay, it is put things off. To put
Put
off
off.
is to delay, to not do
Put
it
off.
immediately, to postpone something.
Okay.
Okay. Next, please, Maria.
Do you struggle to put up with stressful situations?
Fantastic. To put up with is to tolerate.
Yeah.
To, in Spanish, aguantar, yeah, to
Put-
tolerate a
put
difficult
up.
situation, to deal with a difficult situation, to face, afrontar a difficult situation. So do you struggle to put up with stressful situations? Okay, please.
Where do you go when you want to calm down?
Good. To calm down is to relax, unwind, disconnect. Okay, Miguel?
But this preposition is not in the headline, no? Down. It's maybe another preposition. In the sentence Jorge said, to calm down, no?
Yeah.
It's down, no? Calm down, no?
Get down.
Yeah, okay, okay. Do you take up? No?
Yeah. Do you take up new activities with ease? Is like, do you start doing
Yeah.
activities easily? But
Yes.
you can also say, Miguel, do you take to activities with ease? Take to something is to become good at something, to get a good ability. For example, you start playing tennis. You have never played tennis before, but after a short time, you become good at playing tennis.
Okay.
You can say, you take to
No.
tennis with ease. You find it easy. Okay? Next one, please. Maria, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do you enjoy lounging off on the sofa?
It is to lounge around or
Around?
lounge about. Lounge around, lounge about is to do nothing. It's like saying to sit around, to laze around.
I have never seen it.
Yeah, no, but it's a new one. It's a good one for us to know. It's C1. No, it is to do nothing.
Okay, lounge around and
Be,
lounge
yeah.
about. No,
Be a couch potato, exactly what you are going to say.
Lounge around and lounge about.
Lounge. Lounge is the same word as salon.
Exactly. But to lounge, to do nothing. Yeah, but one's a verb, one's a noun, of course. And Jorge, please.
Lounge. Lounge.
Who is your favorite person to hang out with?
Fantastic. Hang out with, spend time with. And finally, Miguel.
Would you like to carry on learning English in your free time?
Fantastic. To carry on is to continue. Now, we have lots of different phrasal verbs for questions. As I've said, you need to dosify the contents. Focus on the new ones that you think you'll use. For example, to lounge about. I'm going to ask you one question each. I would like a short 20 or 30-second answer. So, Maria, do you enjoy lounging about on the sofa?
Yes, definitely. But unfortunately, currently I can do it on Sundays afternoon, since I am a quite busy person. Yes, I'm really into it every single Sunday afternoon. when
Exactly.
possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's difficult
What
to
about
find
you?
time. Yeah, it's difficult to find time to lounge about. However, sometimes I think it is a nice activity to do to help you unwind. I am similar to you, Maria. I lounge about on the sofa on a Sunday. I have a nap on a Sunday. It is the only day I can have a nap, or a siesta, as we call it, of course. And I just do it on a Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I like my Sundays. Miguel, do you often come up with creative activities in your free time?
Yes. Yes. I like to DIY. Sometimes I create some things, devices, or I like to invent things.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I think it's a good idea to invent new activities, but the best way
Yeah.
to say invent an activity would be come up with a new activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often come up with original things to do with my children, because you cannot always go to the cinema or go to the park. You know, there are other activities we need to do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jorge, your question. What did you end up doing last weekend?
Well, last weekend, I don't remember. I don't remember well, but I think I went with Nayara to lunch in a different restaurant. It was our first time, and on Sunday we go to the countryside with our dog and enjoy our free time, seeing our dog running, looking for birds or bunnies.
Exactly, yeah. We use this a phrase to spend time outdoors. You know, we often use the fresh air, spend time in the fresh air, or spend time outdoors. So as we can see, these are useful phrasal verbs to talk about hobbies. Last weekend, I ended up going to a party with my friends. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to continue with this form. Now, we have a lot of phrasal verbs, and they are useful to speak informally at a C1 level. What we're going to do is look at, are you able to create questions? So what we have here are 7 different phrasal verbs. I will give you an example, and we are going to create questions using these phrasal verbs. So the first one, be up for. We know the synonym is want, feel like, be eager, fancy doing something. So I could ask, are you up for meeting at the park later? Are you up for going shopping tomorrow? Are you up for throwing a party on Saturday night? Be up for ing. And it basically means, do you want? Do you feel like? Okay. Maria, can you think of a question with be into?
What were you into yesterday when your friend rang you up?
So what were you into yesterday when?
When your friend rang you, called you.
Called you. Rang you or called you? Exactly. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so what were you into? Is like, what did you like? It's a bit of a strange way to use it.
Oh, okay. So
It would be, what were you doing? It would be the best way.
Okay.
Now, be into is like, what do you like? I could ask, what were you into doing in your free time?
Oh, I
as a
forgot
child?
doing.
Yeah. So what are you into doing on the weekends? What are you into eating for dinner? Just means what do you like?
Yeah, I was confused. Yeah, I
that's
forgot
fine.
the
Don't
verb.
worry. Don't worry. It's normal. It's
I
normal.
forgot the verb.
Yeah. Jorge, go off. Can you please give me a question with go off?
Mm, do you like to go off on weekends?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure if is the meaning is to relax
Remember,
or
go
to
off. Go
switch on.
off is to stop liking something. So you
Oh.
go off doing an activity. You stop enjoying it. In the past, I enjoyed it. Now I do not enjoy it. For example, have you gone off playing tennis? Have you gone off listening to rock music? Have you gone off eating cheese? Something you used to like, now you do not like it. Okay? Right. Next one, please, Miguel. Look forward to.
I am looking forward to.
Question.
Yes. To Maria. Are you looking forward to the summer camps?
Is the question for me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you don't need to ask anyone a question. It's just simply form a question. We are going to speak in 1 moment, just to see if you can form the question well. So, Miguel, your question was, are you looking forward to going
No.
summer camp?
No, the summer camps.
Yeah. So, are you looking forward to going to a summer camp? Yeah, to go into summer camps. Good. So,
No, go to summer camp. Sí, que el verano venga.
To summer coming.
Coming.
Are you looking forward to summer coming? We need to use I in ing. Yeah, sorry, I understood camps like campus.
Yes, camps of tents.
So, are you looking forward to summer? Is also okay. Are you looking forward to the summer? Now, look forward to is to be excited about, to be anticipating something. Okay, Maria, I would like you please to use get into.
Have you ever got into something you didn't like before?
Okay, yeah, meaning to start liking something that you didn't like. For example, recently I have got into eating olives. When I was a teenager, I tried them and I didn't like them. And I said for years that I didn't like olives. Then 3 or 4 years ago, I started eating olives again and I realized I really like olives. So
Maybe
I have got into eating olives.
maybe Spanish olives are better.
Yeah, I imagine that is the case. Yeah, yeah. But Spanish olives, wow, I love them. But I love them. Now I eat like a whole jar of olives. I love them. Yeah. Okay. Jorge, come up with. Can you think of a question?
Okay. Do you want to come up with us for the cinema on Saturday?
Okay. So, do you want to come up with that?
With us?
Okay. To come up with is to come up with a plan. To think of doing something. So, do you want to come with us on Saturday? It's just acompañar, to go with. To come up with is to think of something. A good question is, have you come up with a solution to your problem? Have you come up with a plan for the weekend? Okay? So to come up with is to have an idea, to make up, to think of something. And finally, Miguel, put up with.
To Jorge, are you able to put up with the cold weather in winter?
Yeah.
Yes, I really like the cold weather. I don't have any problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I also prefer cold weather if I'm honest. I like the summer, but I find it difficult to do anything. It is difficult. So yeah, to put up with cold weather, for example, to put up with discomfort, put up with a difficult situation. So let's look at some examples. These are questions that I thought of. These are typical types of questions that we could ask. Now, be up for. Are you up for eating out later? Meaning, do you want to eat in a restaurant later? Are you into reading comics? Do you like reading comics? Have you ever gone off a hobby? Have you ever stopped liking a hobby? So we have general questions. What I would like us to do is to discuss the questions together as a three. You will speak, and I want you to use mixed tenses. Past, present, future, using connectors, linking words for contrast. You should use despite, whereas, while, although, however, yet, to show contrast. For example, number 2, are you into reading comics? Yes, I am. I'm into reading comics. However, when I was a teenager, I preferred reading books. What do you think, Jorge? Why don't you discuss? Okay, so together, I would like you please to discuss question 1. You are making plans together. So, Miguel, would you be able to begin? Are you up for eating out later?
Yes, I like sometimes. I go out to eat outside.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so I, like an update, you need to maintain a conversation with Jorge and Maria.
Okay. What is your opinion, Maria? Do you like sometimes to go out to have a meal?
Actually, I'm not into. Despite of doing that, I used to do it before, but not anymore. And I currently I don't find it very catching. Is your case, Miguel?
Appealing. I don't find it very appealing.
Appealing.
Catching
It doesn't appeal. That doesn't appeal to me.
Yes. Catching is not correct? Correct?
No. Catchy with a Y is something that
Pegajoso, ¿no?
sticks to you. Like una canción is catchy, it sticks
Yes.
in your mind. Yeah?
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Okay, so a catchy song, yeah, just sit
A catchy song, sí.
Yeah.
Yes. I like sometimes when I can, I go to maybe a Chinese restaurant or a indie restaurant.
Really? A Chinese
Indian
restaurant?
restaurant. Oh, I like Indian. Yeah.
Yes, they are not very expensive and they have good meal.
Yeah. I love Indian food, in fact. I really, really like it.
Okay. Jorge, what about you? Are you into?
Yes, I need to go out for dinner or for lunch. Although I don't have so much time, but I'm really lucky to do it with my friends or my girlfriend. I'm with Miguel. We really like to go to Indian restaurants or Chinese, and we enjoy it a lot. What are your favorite restaurants, Maria? Or do you?
Unfortunately, no. When I was younger, as I told, I used to go, but not to Chinese or Indian or Italian food. Okay. However, now I'm into having dinner at home.
Yeah, I prefer eating at home.
Maybe it's the better.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, let's take a look at question number 3. I think is an interesting question. Have you ever gone off a hobby? So have you ever stopped liking a hobby that you used to like. Jorge, I would like you to please to begin. Have you ever gone off a hobby?
Yes, I gone off swimming. I swim since my 3 years old to my 16 years. So at the end, I hate it, and I did it. I don't really like to swim, but I
Okay.
prefer to snorkeling.
I didn't know this, Jorge, that you used to swim between, did you say 13 and 16?
My 3 years to 16.
Oh, from 3 to 16 years. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
so a lot of fun.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, it was a hobby, but of course, maybe you've got off it and you don't like it. Okay. What about you, Maria?
Yeah, it was a strange hobby, and I used to do it for a long time too. I was into collecting weird things, such pebbles with outward form, shapes, or whatever, but not anymore. However, today I stopped doing it. I am really out from, so I've gone off since there were a lot of stuffs and useful stuffs, and I threw them away.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And Miguel?
Yes, in my case, I started when I was 18 to collect two records on vinyls. I stopped maybe in my 30s, no? But sometimes I buy one of them, but I know I stopped to do it.
But
Thank you. Yeah, we'll stop there.
Oh,
because if not,
sorry.
we'll go on. Okay. I would like us please to discuss the fourth one. Are you looking forward to the weekend? Maria, would you be able to begin?
Good question. Yeah, absolutely. I am looking forward to the weekend, and you know the reason why? Okay, because despite of being eager to lounge around the sofa during the weekdays, I hope to be able to do it at the weekend. So
Okay.
I will lounge around or about.
You're going to relax and unwind. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a good thing to do. Yeah. Okay. And Jorge.
Okay, and okay.
Yeah, we'll pass the question. Jorge.
Yes, I really like to stay in the weekend. I really looking forward to the weekend because I have a lot of plans this weekend. On Saturday, I have a meeting with my friends, and on Sunday, we are going to go to Alcázar de San Juan to see Nayara family.
Very good.
So we have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, and Nerea was telling me that you are going to the village, to the town this weekend.
Mm.
Her father, yeah, because of her father. Yeah, she told me. Okay, Miguel, what about you? You looking forward to the weekend?
Yes, because it's different days, no, from the other of the weekdays. I used to go to the center on the weekend to visit the main street with a lot of bustle and crowded places. I visit to the street market too. It's different day for me. Sunday, sometimes Saturday too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have a really exciting plan for this weekend. So I have come up with an amazing plan. It is my son's birthday. He is 7 years old. So
Happy birthday.
I have invited his friends for a party at my house, my flat. And I don't know what has happened, but in the end, there are 40 children coming.
Wow.
40.
40, yeah. They're all 7 years old, and I think they're going to be very excited.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Last time it was crazy. I remember. But the funny thing was, last year we did a similar party, but children who we did not know came to the party.
Yeah.
Because we live in an urbanization. And there were many children who were waiting to get cake. They came and they were queuing for cake. And I was giving them, I said, who are you? To the children, they were like, I am the cousin of, and I was like, why are you here? And they said, oh, there is cake. I want cake. Crazy, yeah. But we'll see. Okay, good. One final question, okay? We'll look at put up with. So Miguel, could you answer? Do you have to put up with any activities you dislike?
Maybe I don't like too much to read documents, official documents and letters, no? For example, communications from the employees, the office of the employers, no, of the communication from the court, or I don't like too much to read documents, bureaucracial, no? Documents, so.
Bureaucracy, yeah.
Bureaucracy, yes.
Paperwork and bureaucracy.
Yes.
Is horrible, yeah. And in Spain, I find it more complicated than in some other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it frustrating. Yeah. What about you, Maria? Do you have to put up with activities that you dislike doing?
Yes, yes. When I am obliged to. Okay, even there is no satisfaction in my case, but yes, I have to put up with activities every day sometimes, and but I guess it's great to be able to put up with. So it's a way to educate yourself, or to measure your how can I say it?
Ability or capacity.
Or
no?
It's a challenge, or your ability. Yes, it's like a challenge. Your resistance to stress.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Good.
And Jorge?
Yes, I love because I do it. I have to put that with all my days because I don't really like my job. I work
Really?
as a pharmacist.
I thought you liked it. I thought you liked your job.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I work as pharmacist, and also, despite I enjoy helping people, but at the end, working in a public job is very tired.
You
And
mean with your attention to the client. So we would say
yes.
to work with people, we would say, just working with people. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. And at the end, all the days I do the same things. So it's like
Repetitive.
Yes, so repetitive.
Yeah,
it can be an issue as well.
Yeah. I am on the same wavelength. In my case, I also can say that I work, but not with adults or with children. I am a teacher, and I work in a toy shop, ludothek, something like that.
Okay, yeah, ludoteca.
Yeah. And I
like
work in the afternoon with extra school activities, and in the morning administrative things like that. So that depends on. That's why I told you that with children, yes, I adore working with children, but the other
parents.
the other
it's
aspect
normally
of
the
my
parents
job
that give you problems. The parents give you more problems than the children.
Sorry. How do you say ludoteca, Mark?
Okay, ludoteca, we would say play room, like there is a play center we would use, because it's to play, isn't it?
Play center.
Play center. It's
play center.
Yeah, it's not the most common term. Okay.
But can you say ludothek, something like that?
Ludothek does exist, yes, but it's one of those.
Yeah, I heard this word. That's right.
We normally say a play center, but yeah, you can say a ludothek. Yeah. Okay. Good. So we're looking at phrasal verbs. What we're going to do is, as I've said, we're focusing on question formation because this is our way of developing and maintaining conversation. What I would like us to do is to talk about something for about 2 minutes. Here are some ideas that you can talk about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. So let's look at the task. The task is, physical activity is an essential part of staying both physically and mentally healthy. What are the benefits and drawbacks of exercising as part of a group? So what are the advantages and disadvantages of doing sport, doing exercise as part of a group? We have 5 options. You must talk about all of the options briefly, because it's only 2 to 3 minutes. You need to think if this is an advantage or a disadvantage. And then what we need to do is come to a conclusion and decide which is the greatest advantage. What is the biggest advantage? So you will talk about exercise. Yeah, I see exercise is really important, so I think we need to exercise in different ways. So you suggest, what do you think about motivation? You will say, to do exercise in a group, is it motivating, an advantage, or is it demotivating? You discuss, all 3 of you. You must all speak about motivation, but very quickly, 10, 15 seconds. You must ask questions, and then you move to the next point. Level of activity, collaboration, atmosphere, ambiente, atmosphere, or friendship. Then what you need to do is discuss them all. In the end, decide which is the greatest advantage. So, Jorge, you are going to begin. Make reference to the question, suggest an option, and then you are going to discuss. Okay?
Okay. So for me, the benefits of exercise as part of a group, I think is the best is the friendship, because you can know a lot of people and start a new relationship with them. And it's one of the you can enjoy it a lot because you meet people from Asia, from Europe, or from other countries, and they can be a good option for you and for your mental health. What's your opinion, or what do you think, Miguel?
Yes, I agree. Maybe it's, I will be more motivated to do sports in a group because they can encourage you to participate. You have more motivation, no, in a group than you alone. That's my opinion.
Oh,
Yes. And you, Maria, what do you think?
yeah, this is a good, could be a good motivation, but it's better to exercise in a group than alone, because exercises in a group, so beside building up relationship or getting to know people, you can have support from your team partners, no, to be so how often, for example, but this depends on level of activity you do, right? And Miguel, how often do you exercise, and what type of activities would you do? Will you do?
I started some weeks before to do running. I ran for half an hour in my neighborhood, That's my only activity, my unique activity nowadays.
Only activity, yeah. Unique.
Okay.
I am the only person in the world who does this activity. Unique. Is that the only activity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so of course we need to suggest an eruption. You're speaking now about level of activity, you all speak about level, then you go to collaboration. You all speak about collaboration, atmosphere, you all speak. But it needs to be really fast. For example, if we were doing this, imagine I am speaking to Pepe, my friend here. I would say, so sport is really important for you to be healthy. So what are the advantages of doing it in a group? Let's talk about motivation. Discuss. Pepe would say, I think it is very motivating to do exercise in a group because if you do it alone, you do not feel very motivated. And then he asked me a question. Who do you do exercise with? I say, well, personally, I prefer doing sport alone because I think it is more relaxing and also I can reflect on things in my life. But I think it maybe depends on the level of activity. What do you think about level of activity? Pepe will speak. Pepe will say, I think the level of activity is important, but as I said before, if you do it in a group, normally you are motivated and the level of activity is higher. And I would say, yes, I see your point. However, I'm not 100% sure if you need to be in a group to participate at a high level. Let's talk about friendship. Suggest friendship. You see, it's really fast. Give your opinion, pass. Give your opinion, pass. Now, when there are two of you, you speak for 2 minutes. It's really short. If there are 3 of you, you speak for 3 to 4 minutes. So it is a bit longer. You suggest all of the different options, and then you decide which is the best activity. Now, I would like you please to give a conclusion for 1 minute together. Which is the greatest advantage of doing sport as a group? Can we please discuss together?
Yeah, the greatest advantage could be the support you need and you receive, okay, and maybe the relationship, or you are monitors. How is that?
Monitorize.
No, there is instructor, trainer.
Yeah, you are trained by someone, you are instructed by someone.
Ah, there is a professionist, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. A personal trainer, we normally call it.
A trainer, sorry, a trainer. So, okay, can I start again?
Yes.
So, okay, so as I see it, the great advantage or the great advantages of that you doing this in a group is the collaboration, because since you are in a group, you receive the support and there is a trainer helping you, okay. And this is my opinion. What about you boys, Miguel?
I think yes, it's a good option to do sports in group. For example, it depends of the kind of sport. If you like running, it's a good thing to go in a team, no? Because you are you feel better than going alone, and if you are practicing biking, it's much better because you can have an accident if you go alone. It's more difficult to have an accident going alone than going in a team, no?
Yes, I hold your view, Maria and Michael. I think one of the best benefits of part of a group is the collaboration, because you need help, all the team or all your partners could you help you.
Yeah.
And also, if you have a good collaboration, the atmosphere is better, and the friendship is
Yes.
is
Yeah,
all related. So I think it's
Related, yeah,
one,
it's all related.
so
one of the best options.
So did we have it now? Yes.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
you've
Oh,
come
the
to conclusion.
collaboration is maybe the most important because there are a lot of advantages you can take from it, right?
I personally agree with it. I think collaboration is probably the best thing, but I think collaboration is related to motivation and friendship.
And-
isn't it? Yeah.
Or maybe to the level of activity.
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that would be a situation after they ask you for your opinion about something related to the topic, and they will ask you questions related to them. For example, below we have used the following questions in order as appropriate. We are going to discuss one of the questions. Okay, let's discuss the first one. Do you prefer working out alone or with others? I want you to speak together for about 2 minutes, and you need to say, which do you prefer? So, Miguel, could you begin?
I prefer to work out by my own, because I can follow my own pace, not to follow the pace of the group. If I am tired, I relax. If I am with energy, I do more exercise.
Yeah, so
This
you talk
is
about the pace. The
pace. Yes, this is my opinion about
Go
that.
at your own pace would be the best phrase. Go at your own pace.
Go at on your pace.
Yeah. What do you think, Jorge?
I can see Miguel's point, but for me, it depends of the sport are you doing, because if you are doing football or basketball, I prefer to do it with friends that stay shooting to the basket or something like that. And or biking, I prefer to go biking with more with people. So I enjoy it a lot doing alone, but because you are with your music, you are with your I don't think with your own, and it's a good option. But I prefer to do it with partners. And you, Maria, what is your opinion?
When it comes about basketball, handball, okay, I couldn't agree more. But in my acceptation, this depends on the type of sport, the activity you do, and decided that one of the disadvantage in my eyes is that when you do this sport group exercise, or okay, you have to maybe work out every day. There is a schedule to be followed, and that's why or however I prefer to work out alone, and I keep doing it when I have a little bit of spare time, even though I know it's not my good option, a good choice. But how often do you work out, Jorge?
Currently, twice a week, more or less, because I don't have so much time. But in my young life, I do it all days.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
more or less, because I used to play football with indoor and outdoor, and I have a lot of activities.
Okay, thank you. We're going to stop there, please. So, fantastic. So, when we are talking about exercise, obviously, you're just giving your opinion, your own personal experience. You would continue this conversation for 4 minutes, basically. So, we must practice expressing our opinions and asking questions. Make sure you can use many open question forms. Why? How come? Who? Where? When? what, how often, how long. We're going to review question formation next class. Now, what have we seen today? We have learned that how can we use phrasal verbs in English? We have seen that we use them to be flexible, to be concise, to speak more like a native, and also to understand more. It's something we need to review. Do not exclusively focus on phrasal verbs. There are other important phrases and words, of course, but we need to get to know them. What can you tell us about your hobbies? We have spoken about hobbies we like, hobbies we dislike, hobbies we used to like, hobbies we could get used to doing, we would like in the future. We've spoken about these. Also, we have looked at how to sound more fluent in English. When we use a phrasal verb, it can help us to sound more native. Okay? So make sure we understand how that works. Right. Are there any questions as we are finishing?
No.
Okay? If you need anything, send me a WhatsApp message, please, and I will be in contact. Okay? So,
Okay.
thank you very much. I will speak to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you too.
goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.